Hello, West Ham Network. It's Holly, and I'm here with an interesting update about Crescenzio Summerville's injury and what it could mean moving forwards for his future at West Ham. Let's talk about it. Yes, West Ham Network. So we are going to be having a little chat right now about Summerville because some news has come out which is not what we were hoping to hear. Just as an overview, I really rate Summerville. So let us know your thoughts on Summerville and where you hope that his future will be in terms of what he can do at the club for us still. But I was thinking he was just looking so exciting. He brought a lot to the way that he wanted to drive forward a lot of the time. And many games, he was our best player. And it felt like he kind of come out of nowhere. Nobody had the highest hopes ever for him when he signed at West Ham. But it felt like he really brought something to us and would play a key part in upcoming games. And if anything, when he first became injured and was out, I would say we missed him enormously. And you could see the difference without him in our inability to get forward, link up play, bring the ball from defence to attack. It all became a lot harder without Summerville. Now, there has been an update, unfortunately, which looks as though we may well be without Summerville for a lot longer. Obviously, getting him back before the summer transfer window would have been a huge boost to our squad, somebody that could bring a lot to us. So, Claret and Hugh this morning have reported, also quoting West Ham employee, ex-West Ham employee, saying that Summerville has refused an operation, interestingly. So, obviously, the winger got injured on Graham Potter's first game that he was back, and we haven't seen him since. There have been reports about how soon he could be back, what it might mean, but it was thought that he was close to a return, and then he became injured again. He joined the first team training, and then things basically took a step backwards, and he was then again far from being ready to return. Now, a senior West Ham source is who has spoken exclusively to Claret and Hugh, and has basically confirmed how severe this injury is. They said, we still think it's all season. So it looks as though we're not going to be seeing him anytime soon. But they said that he has refused this operation, which would have meant that obviously whatever the issue is would have potentially been fixed. And they said that the danger is if he breaks down and needs another operation, the surgery that he should have had last weekend, if that happens, he could miss the start of next season too. So this would obviously be an absolutely enormous blow to not only lose him for this season, but be almost wasting time because he might have an injury that could recur. They said there is a tiny possibility that time will heal him and he won't need the operation. Obviously, that's a concerning update. It's not what we would have wanted to hear. And I wonder why he rejected the operation if what's being described as the chance of it healing on its own is a tiny possibility. They've said that Summerville remains confident that he can recover without surgery. So that is positive that he believes that that is. I'm sure he's raring to get going and wants to be playing again just as much as we want to see him back on that pitch playing for us. But yeah, just an interesting one because obviously we really could have done with him back. We gathered after the re-injury that it was going to be probably the rest of the season. And personally, I'd sort of written him out of hoping that he would be back anytime soon. But that is definitely a concern if he doesn't have the operation, might not heal as well as he thought. Because obviously when he returned to first team training, we were in a position where we thought that he was ready to begin training again, that he was in a fit state to be able to do that. And obviously we were proven wrong. The injury has worsened or reappeared. And we find ourselves in this situation knowing that he's out until at least the end of the season. So the question is, how do we get him back firing and how long will it be before we can get him back training? Because we don't want to risk that re-injury if he's not having the operation. It sounds as though from everything that's being reported that he would need the operation should it become another injury. But obviously we may well be a season further down the line by the time he's actually back and able to even start training again. So just wanted to share that update on Summerville. Let us know your thoughts, whether you think we're missing him or whether you think that we will be okay to the end of the season. It's going to be one of those where we need to strengthen around him to sort of protect ourselves if he does become injured again and can't play a big part in next season. All in all, wishing Summerville a speedy recovery because he was doing incredibly for us. And I honestly felt like he was the most exciting player on that pitch for many, many games. So here's hoping that he can recover. But just wanted to share that little update with you on that in terms of where he is. But like I said, let us know your thoughts in the comments, whether you think this is a big miss. Does it come as a surprise to you? But hopefully, with not wanting the surgery, this means that he can get back, and maybe the recovery time will be shorter without needing that surgery, with a natural recovery. And we'll go from there. But here's hoping we can see Summerville play a key part in West Ham's starting 11 before too long, because I honestly do feel like he is an exciting player. He's got age on his side somewhat. And I think he could be a good player for us, should we be able to get him fit. But we've had this before, haven't we, with a few players at West Ham, where they can be very, very good, but if you can't get them match ready, there's only so much that can be done. So we'll see what the future holds for Summerville. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, hit this thumbs up button just down below, down here somewhere, to support the channel. And thank you so much, as always, for watching. We really do appreciate it. Have a great day. And until next time, come on, you Irons. Irons. Irons.